Hey, it's Sandy, and I recently read this study. Well, I didn't read the study. I read the article. It was from Harvard University that said it's really, really good to mix up your workout routine. So, like if you've been running or walking or lifting weights, find something else to do, and you're going to live longer. Well, I'm glad I found it, and I'm glad that I found Pure Yoga. Go to pureyogatexas.com. They offer a bunch of different classes, and here's some of the ones that I have taken. I've taken the Inferno Hot Pilates class, which is great. I mean, you want to get a great workout, sweat a whole lot, and believe it or not, feel great when you leave. Sign up for that class. Maybe it's a Super 60 yoga class or a hot yoga class or any of their other classes that they offer at Pure Yoga. You're going to love this place. 2 locations, one north on Burnett Road, just off of 183, and another one downtown between 5th and 6th on Oakland. Get more information at pureyogatexas.com. Switch your workout routine up a little bit and go to pureyogatexas.com.
This is the JB and Sandy Show podcast. You can listen live every morning on 103.1 in Austin or stream the show on the iHeartRadio app.
I bet anything that 1976, when 7-Eleven debuted the Big Gulp, they had no idea the people that would follow their lead. And Dunkin' Donuts is now in the game. First, a brief history of the Big Gulp. A 32-ounce fountain drink introduced in 1976 by a guy named Dennis Potts. He was a merchandise manager in Southern California, and he tested the oversized cups at a store as an experiment, and he sold out quickly, over 500 in a week. That led to the Super Big Gulp, because the Big Gulp wasn't enough.
Jeez.
In 1986, 44 ounces. Then the Double Gulp came along. In 1989, 64 ounces of your favorite soda water from your 7-Eleven. Dunkin' Donuts says, well, you guys are doing soda. Hold my coffee. They have introduced the bucket.
The bucket
Of coffee. How many ounces?
48 ounces of coffee. It's
Wait,
somebody on Reddit.
Is this targeted for the individual, or is it like the box of coffee you get at Starbucks to take back to?
No, it has one large straw in the middle of it. It's
Wow,
for one person.
That's a lot of coffee.
Somebody on Reddit said it's as big as their head, the bucket. 48 ounces of coffee for like $9.
For $9.
For $9.
No, that's a lot of coffee. But if you look at it in terms of everyone's got a big giant Yeti with them, and I guess we just assume everyone's drinking water in those Yetis.
That's what I assume.
I know. A lot of people leave the house with a Yeti full of coffee. How many ounces is the normal?
I don't know, like this size one?
Yeah, that's the one that everyone cruises around with.
Yeah, the tall tumbler. I don't know. I have no idea how many ounces.
Right.
It's a couple cups of coffee.
That size, I'm assuming coffee's in it. But anything bigger, or like the Stanleys with the handles, I'm assuming somebody's got some water in there.
Yeah, but
some
if you
electrolytes.
let me ask you this. If you saw somebody with a big gulp with a handle, a double gulp, are you thinking it's water?
Sody.
I think it's Mountain Dew.
For sure, Sody.
Right. Definitely the Sody.
Maybe a diet Sody.
Was it the Fat Sisters that
Yes.
said that? The Sodies? Yeah.
The Fat Sisters who said their mama told them, if you drink a regular Sody, just drink a diet Sody and it cancels it out. Oh my God.
I always...
it's amazing to me. I mean, but people get hooked on it. You know what I mean? It's just,
Sure.
And they're probably worse things you can be hooked on, but that's their routine. They stop there in the morning, get the giant, mega, huge cup and just work on it all day.
Yeah, carry it around. And then I always love it the first of the year in the office. There's at least one person, it's normally a woman, that's got the giant gallon of water that she's carrying around everywhere because, dang it, this is the year I'm going to drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Gallon. I always think those are more for show. I always think that people want you to see them carrying it around.
Yeah.
And comment and think, well, look how healthy she is. I think it's crazy.
I used to work with a guy in the radio who did not eat healthy. He lived off fast food. And every January when we come back to work, he'd walk in with a couple bananas, and I'd go, "Oh, it's banana season."
Banana
Sandy,
guy is back.
I think you know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly.
Just lived off fast food, cigarettes, and Cokes.
Yep.
And just was like, I just tease him to no end that it was banana season. And he's like, you won't be bringing a banana in 1 more week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. No, you won't.
What was the double gulp ounces? Did you see?
Yes. The double gulp is 64 ounces.
64 ounces.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I did have water in a big gulp, I could not be seen with a big gulp in my hand, I don't think.
No, I'm with you.
Okay. I'm trying to visualize the 64. And, we use math weird in the U.S. Sometimes it's metric, sometimes it's not. So how does that compare to like a 2-liter bottle? Like how many ounces are in a liter?
Yeah.
I don't know those things
I don't
either.
know. The only time we use the metric system in this country is for soda and road races. That's it. That's it. Can you think of another time when we do a metric thing?
No.
2 liters of soda and 10K races.
1 liter is 33 ounces.
Okay.
So that's a 2 liter.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was picturing. I was thinking that's probably pretty close to like a whole 2-liter bottle.
Yeah. Ugh.
Like that they deliver to you when you order pizza.
Yeah.
That's like you just carrying that around and drinking out of it all day long.
Yeah.
We need to eat better, friends. I don't think you need the 48 ounces of iced coffee.
No, I want a Dr. Pepper.
You don't drink the grape soda I got you for a prize the other day.
I sip on it for a little sweet taste.
Tricia loves a grape soda.
I do.
Nobody's business. That and a Swiss roll from Little Debbie, and she is in heaven. Heaven. Her palate has not matured since age 9. You know how you get a little older, you'll eat things that you didn't eat when you were 9?
I've always joked that when you get older, you start eating things that smell like feet. Aged meats and cheeses and
1031austin.com.
Streaming on the iHeartRadio app. This is the JB and Sandy Show on Austin's 80 station, 103.1.
All right, random question for you guys, but the Olympic gold medal game the other day made me think of this. The last time that happened was in 1980. So I was 12 when that happened. And it's kind of like one of the biggest, earliest sports memories that I have. And like, I remember that. I remember watching that. I don't remember another sporting event other than Evel Knievel before that. And so I was like, what are your guys' like first memories of didn't have to be sports, but like, as a child, when did you know news was news? Like a story that was huge. Like for the news story for me, the one that I remember as a young kid was the Patty Hearst kidnapping. Do you remember that? Maybe it's because we lived in California at the time, but that was a national story.
Yeah.
But that's when I was like, oh, there's stuff going on in the world that they tell people about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's when I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I didn't really understand the whole thing, but I just remember what a huge story it was when that happened.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what your guys, Tricia's a few years younger than, what are you, 2 years younger than me, JB? I can never remember how old you are. I really can't. What's yours?
Mine, I think, has to be when Elvis Presley died. In 1977, I was 6.
Yeah.
And I remember watching, sitting in the living room and watching his performances on TV. I remember it being like a montage of this concert or movie clips that he was in.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was just, oh, look, we're watching Elvis Presley. And then I remember slowly realizing, oh, he died.
Right.
And that, I mean, that was kind of my first big news story, I guess, that I remember. 6.
Yeah, 1970. What'd you say?
1977.
Golly, Elvis was young.
It's also like when I listened to that song Wildfire about the horse.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going, oh, they're telling a story. It's not just words and music.
Right. It actually meant something.
It's a story that everybody can hear.
Right.
Yeah, that actually meant something.
Yeah. About a horse that broke out.
In a blizzard and he was lost.
Right.
It's a terrible story.
And some stupid woman looking for him.
Yeah, she died looking for him too because she loved him.
Right. JB, what was your...
I'm just laughing in my head because what I'm hearing is we got to live pretty carefree as kids. We're lucky.
yes.
I feel like young kids are getting news crammed down their throat.
Yeah.
Probably way younger than we were exposed to it.
I always say they've got a lot more coming at them than we did.
Yeah. Right.
Because think about the Elvis story. That didn't come out in the news until Walter Cronkite told you at 5:00. Right. And that was it.
Yeah.
And then now it would be 20. Look what they did with Savannah Guthrie's mother.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were wall-to-wall news on that 24/7 from that woman's home in Tucson.
Well,
Back in the day,
also-
you got 4 or 5 minutes of it.
Right, but also it's a 24-hour news cycle. They've got to fill all that time, so they talk about the same things over and over. I would imagine our kids being exposed to news that they really shouldn't be at a young age. Is
Right.
why anxiety is through the roof.
I just remember talking to my dad about the oil crisis because it wasn't uncommon. This was like 1973. Was not uncommon to wait in line for an hour plus to get gas during the oil crisis.
Yeah.
And so he was filling me in on that. And that's like the first, I would have been 6. That's like the first thing I kind of remember. I just remember sitting in a hot car,
Waiting to get gas.
at cheap radios sounded then. They just sounded like they were the size of a nickel. And, and just talking to him about the oil crisis and all that, and then watching it on the news,
Do you remember how they rationed it, the odd and even license plates days? Like if you had a license plate that ended in an odd number, you got your gas on Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. And then if it was even, you got Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
It's like
and
watering.
they were limiting how much you could take.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes a 10-gallon limit or 5-gallon limit.
Yeah.
And cars only got about 6 blocks to the gallon then anyway.
You're right. And then that led to the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. Remember that awful thing?
That's the reason there was a speed limit?
Yeah.
It was supposed to burn less gas.
Yeah. It was.
I didn't know that.
Late 19s, I looked it up. 1973, 1970, early 74, gas lines formed nationwide. Rationing was a thing.
Hold on. Before that, though, what were the speed limits? You could drive as fast as you wanted?
I don't know. 75, I think. Yeah.
75.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think we still have the highest speed limit in the nation out on SH 130 at 85.
85, which people still fly past you
Lawless.
when you're going 85.
It is
crazy.
lawless out there. I mean, it's crazy fast, but I love it. I wish they would raise speed limits everywhere.
Speed kills, Sandy.
Yeah, it does. That's true. So yours was the oil crisis, JB.
Yeah, that's a fun thing to think about when you're a little 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Huh?
Do you guys remember what a big deal hijackings were in the 70s?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There'd be a standoff on the runway.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like every time you turned around, somebody was hijacking an airplane to Cuba or something.
I have how when you're an adult, you'll have flashbacks to just images that were in your head as a kid. And one of those for me is a plane on a tarmac with the hijacker hanging out the pilot's window.
Oh, yeah, with the
Like
gun
with
to
a
his
gun.
head?
Yeah.
I remember that one.
I mean, it did happen a lot, didn't
There
it?
was one where they were throwing bodies off of the airplane.
Didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Good morning, folks.
Yeah.
I guess the security measures at airports around the world have put the hijacker out of business. You don't hear about them very often. Watch, there's one that happened today. Right.
You jinxed us.
Right.
Well, in this, not to be morbid or anything, but even when September 11th happened, historically, you would cooperate with hijackers and try to get back on the ground. That's part of the reason that went down. Now people will attack.
Yeah. They're like, you ain't got no bomb.
Joe Schmo is going to throw down.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to get you're going to get the guy next to you too.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, anyway, it's just kind of fun to think about those first memories were of news of when you were a kid. Stick around. We got more coming up.
1031austin.com.